So far, we have seen Siya and Manav sitting in the dining area having breakfast. However, during that time, Manav's entire attention was on his mobile. Seeing this, Siya snatches his mobile away. While they were talking, suddenly Manav receives a call on his mobile. Seeing the name flashing on the screen, Siya suddenly goes quiet. Manav notices Sia's changing expression and takes the phone from her hand. The number displayed was Mr. Rao's. Seeing this, he glances at Siya and answers the call, putting it on speaker. Manav says nothing. From the other side, Mr. Old Rao's voice comes through. Hearing it, Sia's wilted, emotionless face suddenly brightens up, and a different emotion appears in her eyes. Mr. Old Rao says, "Hello, Mr. Bajaj. Am I speaking to Mr. Bajaj?" Hearing this, Manav replies in his stern voice, "Yes, go ahead, Mr. Old Rao." Upon hearing this, Mr. Old Rao respectfully says, "Mr. Bajaj, I won't take much of your time. I just called to inform you that I have regained consciousness and my health has improved a bit. I just want to request you, could you bring Siya over? I haven't seen that child in a long time. If it's not a problem for you, could you send her to our home?" Hearing this, Manav feels a bit suspicious and remains slightly questioning. "Mr. Old Rao, even if your health has improved a bit, you should still be in the hospital. Then why are you calling Siya home?" To which Mr. Old Rao explains, "Actually, I don't like staying in the hospital at all. I feel even more ill there. That's why I arranged everything at home through the doctor. Also, I found out that Siya came to see me. So now, this old man's only wish is to see the girl once and talk to her. Is she around you? Can I speak to her?" Manav looks at Siya. Siya was looking at him with teary eyes. Therefore, he extends the mobile towards Siya. Taking the phone in her hand, Siya says in her shaky voice, "Hello, Grandpa." To which, from the other side, Old Rao's emotional voice comes, "How is my girl? Do you not miss this old man at all? I know I am being very selfish right now, but what can I do? You are my granddaughter. You suddenly left me. Didn't you think of your fat grandpa even once?" Hearing this, Siya becomes emotional. Her voice trembles a bit and she says, "No, Grandpa, that's not true. The circumstances just turned out that way. I can never forget you." Controlling his emotions, Mr. Rao says, "How are you? I know you don't want to come here. Can you come here for me? I know I am being very selfish, but this old man doesn't have the strength to come to you himself. Otherwise, I would never ask you to do anything that would cause you discomfort." Then, pausing for a moment, he adds, "Otherwise, forget it. You don't have to come. When my health improves a bit more, I will come to meet you myself and we will talk about everything properly. You don't need to put yourself through any trouble." To which, Siya doesn't say much. After a little more light conversation about his health, she ends the call and looks at Manav. Manav finishes his breakfast, gets up from his place and says to Siya, "Be ready in the afternoon. I will take you there." Saying this, without waiting for a response, he leaves. As he leaves, Siya looks in the direction he just went and says, "I don't know what this relationship is, what this bond is between us. My own parents couldn't understand me. There, without saying anything, without showing it, you understand every single thing in my heart. Why, after all, are you doing so much for me? You gain nothing from me, and we don't have any special relationship that you would selflessly do all this for me. Why are you doing all this for me? Why do you take on every one of my troubles as your own? You know everything about me, my habits, my needs. When I am with you, I feel different. No matter what happens, if you are with me, I can face anything or any situation. What is this feeling, and why is it?" Siya keeps questioning herself for a long time, but in the end, she finds no answer. She leaves it all for the future and goes to her room. There, her clothes, shoes, and everything were kept. She goes and starts choosing clothes for herself. She picks up a dress, tries it on in front of the mirror, then puts it aside and picks up another one. In this way, she has moved many dresses from here to there, but she still hasn't found the dress she was looking for. Just then, her eyes fall on a very simple yet lovely dress kept there. Looking at it, Siya feels from within, "This is the one I was looking for." Then she quickly goes and takes out that dress. Along with it, she takes out all the matching accessories, neatly sets them aside, and comes back to her room. Once in her room, she opens her laptop and starts looking at something on it. At this moment, Sia's aura had completely changed. The girl who used to laugh, play, and be mischievous was nowhere to be seen. And at this moment, she had transformed into a cold, emotionless, and dangerously intense girl. Her face showed no emotions, nor did her eyes. She had become a completely different person. There were many emails that had come in. After looking at and reading those emails, she calls someone. The call is answered from the other side, and a voice comes through. After hearing it, Siya, in anger and a frightening tone, says, "You should come to handle such small matters. If you need me even in such things, then do one thing, quit your job. I don't need useless people like you. And one more thing. If this problem isn't solved in 2 days, then no one will be worse than me." Saying this, without waiting for a response from the other side, she cuts the call and continues looking at some files on her laptop. At this moment, she looked very serious and determined. She was continuously reading the documents displayed on the laptop screen, and in between, she was typing as well. In this way, she lost track of time until it was almost noon. Her attention broke when the alarm she had set on her mobile started ringing. Hearing it, she comes back to her senses and checks the time. Then she quickly goes to the bathroom to get ready. Around noon, Manav arrived exactly on time at the villa as he had promised and was waiting for Siya. At this moment, he was standing in front of the main entrance, talking to the group. Several bodyguards stood around him, wearing uniforms with the Bajaj family emblem. Just seeing them gave off a different, dangerous vibe. While Manav and Dhruv were talking, they heard a heartbeat. Everyone looked in that direction and were left staring. Siya was coming down from the stairs, walking gracefully. Upon seeing her, Manav's eyes were fixed on her. At this moment, Siya was wearing a lovely purple frock that was slightly above her knees. She had done light makeup on her face, using lip balm instead of lipstick. Kajal in her eyes made them look even bigger and more beautiful. She had tied half of her hair in a ponytail and had a matching ribbon with her dress. She wore sandals with a slightly lower heel. On one hand, she wore a smart watch, and on the other, she had different styles of bracelets that looked similar. At this moment, she looked like a Barbie doll. Manav was initially mesmerized by her, but when he noticed the people around him looking at her, he felt an inexplicable anger rising within him. Seeing this, he said in a frightening voice, "It seems you all haven't been taught well in your training. Do one thing, you all will go back to the Bajaj family's training ground for 3 months of training." Hearing this, everyone started trembling in fear, realizing they had made a huge mistake, but none of them had the courage to say anything. They were now regretting their fate, because, just like we usually hire bodyguards or servants from an agency that trains them, the Bajaj family had their own training ground where they received training that no one could even imagine. In a way, they were shown hell. Most people couldn't endure the training there, and sometimes during training, they got so injured that they could never do anything in life. And just now, Manav had ordered them all to go back to that hell. Hearing this, they were filled with immense sorrow. They were crying over their fate. By now, Siya had reached him. He takes Sia's hand and quickly helps her into the car. He then gets in himself. Dhruv quickly sits in the passenger seat. Inside Manav's car, all the bodyguards quickly get into their respective cars, and the Bajaj family's magnificent convoy starts racing down the roads. Meanwhile, inside the car, Siya had a very strange expression on her face. It wouldn't be wrong to say it was a mix of emotions. On one hand, she was happy to meet her grandfather, but on the other hand, she was scared to return to the place where her worst memories were tied. She was caught up in these emotions. She couldn't figure out whether to be happy or sad. Everything was tangled. Manav understood this, but he didn't know what to do in such a situation, because he had never faced such things, and he had never cared much about others' emotions. But Siya was different. Every little thing about Siya affected him deeply. To distract Siya, Manav brings a large bucket-like object from the back and places it in front of her. Seeing it, Siya looks at him with questioning eyes. He seems to say, "Are you going to meet Grandpa empty-handed?" Hearing this, Siya also realizes that she hasn't checked any of these things. "I didn't get anything from my grandfather, but humanity, thinking about all these things, felt good to her." Looking at Manav with great affection, she says, Problem. You weren't ready with the answer before I came in front of you. You are the best." Manav doesn't like her much, but deep down, whenever Siya compliments him like this, it makes him feel very good. He was now enjoying Siya giving him such compliments repeatedly. They had gone a little further when Siya suddenly says, "Stupid cars." Hearing this, Manav looks at her. Then Siya says, "Stare later, first stop the car." So what do you all think? Why did Siya suddenly want to stop the car? And what will happen when Siya and the Rao family come face to face once again? What is Mrs. Rao preparing? Will their planning be successful? Will they be able to stop Siya? All these questions are swirling in the mind, and every moment hides a new mystery.